Hola niños, hoy vamos a leer la historia de Enchanted Pig y es una historia de Romania y espero que te guste. The Enchanted Pig. A king goes to war and tells his daughters they may go anywhere in the castle except one room. One day, they disobey and find a book open in it. It says, "The oldest shall marry a prince from the east, the second shall marry a prince from the west, and the youngest a pig from the north." The youngest is horror-struck, but her sisters manage to convince her that is impossible. The king returns and discovers from the youngest unhappy what they have done. He resolves to face it as best they can. A prince from the east marries the oldest. A prince from the west, the second, and the youngest becomes distressed. A pig comes to woo her, and when the king wouldn't have refused his consent, the city fills with pigs. The king tells the daughter that he is certain there is something strange about this pig, and he believes magic has been at work. If she were to marry the pig, it might be broken. She marries the pig and goes off with him. At his home, he becomes a man every night, and is so kind that he wins their heart. She asks the old witch what happened to her husband. The witch tells her to tie a thread to his foot to free the man. Though the young wife does so, her husband wakes and feels that the spell would have fallen in 3 days. But now he must remain in this shape, and she will not find him without wearing out 3 pairs of iron shoes and blunting a steel staff. She sets out as soon as she gets herself 3 pairs of iron shoes and a steel staff. She wanders far until she comes to the house of the moon. The moon's mother lets her in, and while she is there, she gives birth to a son. The moon's mother tells her that the moon could not tell her where to find her husband, but she can go on to the sun. She also gives her a chicken and tells her to keep every one of the bones. The princess thanks her and throws away 1 pair of shoes which was worn out and puts another on. Aquí está una foto de Marano y la princesa. She finally wins her way to the sun's house, and the sun's mother lets her in. She hides her because the sun is always ill-tempered when he returns. He is, but his mother soothes him and asks her about her husband. He cannot tell her, so his mother sends her on to the wind. Also, she gives her a chicken and tells her to keep all the bones. Here she throws out the second pair of shoes. Aquí está la princesa llorando. At the wind's house, his mother discovers that her husband lives in a wood no axe would cut through. She sends her to it with a chicken and instructs her to keep every bone. The princess goes on, although her 3rd pair of shoes wear through. On the Milky Way she finds the castle where her husband lives, and the bones stick together to form her a ladder to let her in. She is 1 bone too short and cuts off her little finger to complete the ladder. Ow. Her husband returns and the spell on him is broken. He reveals that he is a prince who had killed a dragon, and the dragon's mother, a witch, had turned him into the shape and then advised her to tie the string to keep him in it. They set out to his father's kingdom and returned to the father's kingdom. Thank you for Espero que te gustaba la historia y espero ver a ustedes pronto. Bye.